Good evening, family. By now, I'm sure that many of you have seen the media coverage regarding the budget deficit our district is currently facing. While the 18-19 year-end audit has not been finalized at this time, I felt that it was important for me to address you today with our immediate next steps. I've assembled a team of finance and audit personnel to review the circumstances that brought us to this point.
And as most of you know, the East High School girls varsity basketball team were extremely successful this year, winning both regional and state titles.
The Class A championship won by the 2011-12 East High School varsity girls basketball team was the first ever girls basketball New York State championship captured by a Rochester City School District team.
I'm doing it for all the city schools and, East High and the Rochester City School District.
I mean, you've got college coaches that are coming in to look at you and you're just 14 years old and you're so good already. You got a chance to be better next year.
Oh, yes. Just keep getting better. Just keep working and you'll improve every time you work harder.
Recruiting, what's the status of your recruitment right now?
I'm still undecided. Just still trying to make a decision soon.
I'll be attending. University of Washington. Thumbs up, baby. Yes, sir.
Rochester is on the rise slowly, but we're going to get there. I feel like we all going to have pros.
With the 16th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Las Vegas Aces select Deasia Fair, Syracuse University.
The Utah Jazz select Thomas Bryant from Indiana University.
Isaiah Stewart from the University of Washington.
Jalen Pickett. Stretch of basketball, Thomas Bryant running like crazy.
So line for Ding, but down low, Anthony Lamb, have mercy.
Bouncing ahead to Williams into the lane to the glass, laid it up and in. Williams scores.
2 minutes. Takes time though. Thomas Bryant with authority.
Josh Jackson, the follow dunk by Isaiah Stewart. Hello.
The Denver Nuggets can finally call themselves NBA champions.
Out right here, winning this championship, having this champagne with your teammates, celebrating it. Actually really saying that you a champ right now, man. What are you? I'm a champ.
Denver Nuggets want to welcome back to Denver NBA champion, TB13 Thomas Bryant.
So many people didn't believe that we could make it to where we are today. We just continue to prove them wrong, so it's just amazing.
You hear about other kids, so to say, or that one kid good, so you like, dang, like I don't want him to cross me over, so to say. From my freshman year on, when I got moved up to varsity, I was hooping every day. Like, I wish I could go back and see. I think I was legit hooping every day. The Y, I used to go to the mornings by myself to the Y. I'll be there my mom would drop me off in the morning, and I'll be there all day. I was by myself. Everybody came. We hooped full court. They left. I'm still there. I used to be hooping every day. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to work, get better. I feel like working with basketball, it helped me with school as well.
There's more financial trouble for the Rochester City School District and the city.
A student at Monroe High School has been arrested as of yesterday for trying to bring a gun into school.
A recent audit reveals the district has been inflating student grades. The review highlights several areas with antiquated systems or ineffective practices in place for years.
You know, the years that I've been in this district, and again, being in Pittsburgh and being at the college level as not only a professor but as a coach, the amount of incompetency I have seen is unbelievable.
The New York State Budget Director is calling on the Rochester Mayor and the State Education Department to step in and address the city school district's budget problems. In a letter to Mayor Lovely Warren and Commissioner Elizabeth Berlin, he asked them to use their authority under the education law to fix the issues the district is facing. He said, quote, "These are not new issues."
Our greatest hurdle and challenge was to identify the myriad of issues that caused that failure. In year one, we had to uncover all of that, and we could not do it unless we were in the classrooms and in those families and situations daily. And we took year one to do just that.
It's difficult. It's difficult when you see this stuff happen, and I've been pretty vocal about things that haven't made sense. And I think a lot of times teachers just keep it to themselves because they get retaliated against for speaking up. That if they're pro-kid, okay, or see something unethical, illegal, have you, the district has a pretty good reputation of code redding people.
Stolen away by Dante Carruthers.
You started out scoring 33 points a game in high school, then in college at Buffalo.
$30 million. That's how much the Rochester City School District overspent last year.
Teenagers and young men were leaving the basketball game. Again, 7 total shots.
They think Rochester doesn't necessarily get the credit it deserves in the basketball world.
I feel like we all gonna have pros one day, and I can't wait until that day happens.
The New York Knicks select a native of Rochester, New York, the 18th pick.
Our students failed because the systems were failing them.
When we talk about improving outcomes for students in the district, and we're facing very tough budget times, these are things that are going to keep me up at night.
Schools don't fail overnight. They fail because of systemic neglect.
He'll do everything he can to avoid cutting anything that'll affect kids in the classroom.
Well, we're just about there. Seems to me to be a sign coming up in just a minute. Right here on the left about Rochester. Just on the outside.
I would describe Rochester, New York as just, opportunity. That's what I get from it. Any place you grow up in, you always get an opportunity to leave it better than what you found it.
Both my parents grew up in the city. My grandparents also grew up in the city. Clarissa Street, Wilder Street, Romaine Street, mixed area, Italian and black families, Clarissa Street.
I'm not gonna say I had it bad, but it was a struggle day in, day out.
We always had stuff going on, like it was always something going on, from a party to just a community event.
Back when I was growing up, you could ride your bike up and down the street all times of the day and night. You can walk up and down the street all times of day and night.
But now you drive around, there ain't nobody really, no kids outside like that. Barely. Sound like how we was.
Breaking news, a 16-year-old is dead this morning after being shot last night in Rochester.
A grand jury just decided not to charge any police officers in the death of Daniel Prude last March.
Tonight, multiple corrections officers seen in this disturbing body camera video beating Robert Brooks at a New York State prison, now charged in his death.
Life was a lot simpler when I was growing up.
But I knew eventually I wanted to be the change that I was hoping for, and this is where I'm at right now, and that's what made me get into the sports and giving back to the community and being involved. A kid that just wanted to be around sports. I took basketball up at a young age, probably about 12. I grew up with cousins that, sell drugs that's in jail or, been killed. And I decided that I was not going to allow what I see on an everyday basis dictate where I was going in life. I worked in a city school the last 4 years coaching. My coaching style is always just trying to get the best out of my players that I can, on and off the court. Me as a coach, if I can get my players to buy in, I have to be a dog. You just always have the mentality of just being a dog whenever you get on the court. I tell guys to this day, I didn't start playing until literally my junior and senior year.
Yeah, I'm the only one to get the job done. I don't know.
Playing the most con was my 10th grade year.
At any given night, man, it was some talent that was walking in your gym or you was walking in their gym. And you just had to be ready to go to battle.
I used to like playing at Wilson as like a whole. Douglas, I remember they used to guard me. Like they tried to guard me. They multiple people. They switched to Tory. He got a 5 seconds on me one time. He was clapping in my all in my face and all that. I remember. I used to like Edison, Raleigh Grass, man. He was nice.
And we got a lot of kids that's like nice in the town, like that's coming up hooping. I'll be like, where do they even be coming from? Like,
top of my head, I could think of, Jefferson High School when you had Joe Gray, or Franklin when you had Devin, East when you had the Carruthers brothers.
One thing I want you to look at.
So we got the long shorts on. I always loved sports. I had great coaches and role models, and they were also my PE teachers at Franklin. And I thought the values that they tried to teach us, not only on the field, but in the classroom, in the hallways, I wanted to exemplify that. I wanted to model that. And the best way I thought I could do it was coaching young people.
I was talking to the coach, college coach, Hilbert. Boy Nash came up to me. He gave me like a little hug. Talking about, yeah, it's like my son. Another son of mine. So I always looked up to him. Like another father figure.
During that era, man, Coach L. Nash, where, the mindset is always be hungry. We all in it together. We're going to go to battle, whether you the star on the team or you the 15th man on the bench. And that carried us through our whole career.
Our economy was shrinking at an alarming rate, the largest 6-month decline in 50 years, and more job losses were on the horizon. 1 year later, according to numbers released this past week, this trend has reversed itself. For the past 6 months, our economy has been growing again. This is a sign of progress, and it's an affirmation of the difficult decisions we made last year to pull our financial system back from the brink and get our economy moving again. But when so many people are still struggling, when 1 in 10 Americans still can't find work, and millions more are working harder and longer for less, our mission isn't just to grow the economy. It's to grow jobs for folks who want them and ensure wages that are rising for those who have them.
Mr. Van Hatten, he really breaks it down so everybody can understand.
We got great teachers. They help us and they sit us down and they work with us.
If you use one word to sum up Freddie Thomas from 2008 to 2012, when I was there, community.
Ms. Jordan was a student-first principal where she looked at every student as her child.
She might didn't know everybody's name, but she made sure that everybody felt like they was a part of that culture at Freddie Thomas.
Gave us autonomy to teach the kids where they were and at that time what they needed. So she gave us the ability just to make those connections with our students.
From the administrators to the teachers to the students to the student athletes, we all felt like to this day that once a Titan, always a Titan. We will always be a part of something that was bigger than ourselves.
Probably one of the best principals I ever worked for.
Turning now to the Rochester City School District. After an important school board meeting at the Rochester City School District last night, two big announcements came out from the superintendent and board members revolving around safety and schools potentially closing or merging.
Principal Sandra Jordan says this school year was thoroughly planned out. Students will spend up to 12 hours a day at the school, but they'll be studying more than just math and science. They'll be offered more courses like music or art, physical education, and much more.
It was very unique to be at 625 Silo Street. We spent, myself, 4 years walking through those hallways, and being that they told us that it was shutting it down, it was bittersweet, but we knew that it was something bigger in store, moving Freddie Thomas over to Marshall to create All City.
This is about giving students options in a non-traditional setting.
Do you feel that the city school district curriculum gets you ready and prepared for the real world?
No.
As adults looking back, we say, man, they didn't teach us anything that had to do with life. And I do believe that. We didn't have, business management classes. We didn't have opportunities for them to teach us how to, set up a bank account or, do the certain things that as adults we are doing today.
Those financial things, those little skills just like that should be taught in the district.
Nobody ever taught about college in my family. Nobody even went to, I was the first one that went to college. But I seen other families, like just stay home. It's not intact. They're not putting their all effort into their kids for.
Certain students that have done XYZ over the years that have that background are going to be prepared for that. They're going to be prepared for college.
I think it should be a class for that. Like prepare you, like after high school, like say you don't want to go to college. It should be something in place that help you realize what you about to get into as far as real life, because it's the way different. Everything changes after school if you don't continue.
But I do think that the way they treated us as young adults, they made sure that we made mistakes at that school. There was consequences that came behind it.
If we can hold them accountable for going to class, being respectful, coming to practice, giving 110% while they're here, those characteristics and those teachings hopefully will carry over in life. That they're going to be committed to something. They give 110% whatever they do.
In your opinion, what mattered more to you? A title or academics?
I would say a title. Because to me personally, you bring a title back to a school that you are so proud of, that's going to always be there.
I think a lot of us, city schools or Section 5 in general, I think we focus on sectional championship more than like states, moving on. I don't think we focus on that enough. You don't never hear, I barely hear people saying, like once they win sectionals, it's like kind of like, in a way, the season like done, in a way. I feel like when people talk about it, but it ain't. Like we should have like higher goals for state championships. Like even for me, like yo, we gotta win sectionals. We gotta win sectionals. It ain't nothing. Like you ain't thinking nothing past it really. When you should. They probably don't believe it's achievable, probably, but I think it is. If they work hard enough.
In your opinion, what was making AGR mean to you?
It means a lot to me, and I'm gonna be honest. When I first got into coaching in the mid to early 2000s, I had a few guys that I thought were AGR, but never got the recognition, and I don't understand why.
Going into my junior year, I told my boy, I'm like, yo, I'm about to make AGR next year. Because y'all was leaving, that was my mind. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go crazy. I'm making AGR. He was like, nah, you ain't making AGR, which I didn't. But so doing it my senior year, it felt great though.
Football in the fall, boys and girls soccer in the fall, and then boys and girls basketball in the winter.
How do we pick the AGR teams, James?
I go out to games during the seasons. I kind of keep an eye on, people who might be candidates to make the team. I talk to other coaches, I talk to players. I just kind of spend the whole season gathering information. I watch for big matchups, how those players perform, or athletes, I should say, perform in their important contests.
All the coaches get a ballot. Now, whether it's on the sports site or we send them a ballot, they get a vote in this. So coaches then return the ballots to us.
Seeing your name in that newspaper from the city, it got to mean everything. That's like one of the highest achievements you can get being a student athlete.
Let's be honest also, some of you public school coaches, sadly, you don't vote for a private school kid. I find that disappointing. I think you're hurting the kid. And we've said this before.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to make this too opinionated, but we're here and we're talking, so let's say it. You're hurting the kid, and Section 5 has allowed the private schools in. So why don't you be fair to the kid? I get it. You don't like the private schools winning in the public school tournament. Well, take it up with Section 5. Don't take it out on these kids that don't get votes. So we do factor in sometimes the private school bias.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a kid that makes the AGR team that didn't have enough votes, but we know he's good enough, we've seen them with our own eyes, and we kind of trump the coach's vote.
One young man had to score over 2,000 points in his high school career. He's in the top 10 right now in New York State, but he didn't make it to his senior year. I don't want to say it's a popularity thing, but a lot of kids get passed over that I believe should be AGR. And I still don't understand the voting process, how it's selected.
The Rochester City School District is trying to work ahead to avoid another budget crisis. To correct massive overspending, the district will move ahead with millions of dollars in cuts, and that includes a big cut in jobs.
These teachers actually got cut for absolutely no reason, so that's what really set it off. I was like, okay, I need to do something about this, and even if in the end nothing changes, these teachers know that we love them, we support them, and we appreciate them.
Cuts as a direct result of the Rochester City School District's giant surprise budget shortfall.
Teachers are the foundation of our education. Like, if we don't have teachers, then what are we going to do for our future?
I was asked to be the AVID coordinator at John Marshall High School. This is a program that started out in San Diego. It had tremendous success of getting kids who were either failing or, around 2.0 average, not necessarily taking school seriously, to increase their grades, their attendance, and change, it's a paradigm shift. At the end, we had about 150 kids in the program at Marshall, and the last year that we ran the program, I think there was only one referral.
Thursday before the program was supposed to start, that the program was being postponed with no further information than that.
And it seems like, the first things that are cut are programs that deal with families and children. So, this issue may not be important on the totem pole, but for us, it's very important because, like my colleague said, we are in receivership.
From what I was told early in my career in the district, is that don't get too caught up on any of these new initiatives because they're just a flash in the pan. Here's what we're going to do in the last couple years and then move on to something else.
A lot of excitement at Franklin tonight. Girls basketball has been missing from the school for 10 years. Coaches say bringing this team back will not only help the girls on the court, but also in the classroom and in life.
Some question whether or not Franklin could even support a girls varsity team, but the turnout has been massive. The team enters their first varsity game tomorrow with 30 players on their roster, as they like to say, the largest team, girls or boys, in New York State.
We had no support from our athletic director. Tried to give us one set of jerseys in the beginning. No one in Section 5 that I know of has one set of reversible jerseys. No. Not when the boys team has the equipment that they had. The district attempted to only give us maybe 4 or 5 home games. And I said, yeah, you can't do that. Because the boys, there's something called Title IX. The boys have, I think it was 9
or 10 will have the same number. So that ruffles some feathers.
They're more accountable in the classroom, and also with their behavior, and that they enjoy basketball and they're part of a team, and it starts bringing kids that don't even know each other together, and that's part of the culture building.
There was just a lot going on for our girls to navigate negativity during school. But what we did was we made it about things that are bigger than basketball.
Here at Franklin High with head coach Trent Jackson. Trent, third straight year in the finals.
We're happy and pleased that we've been fortunate enough to make this our third year.
How have you been able to do it? So many great players over the years.
Well, at the beginning of the season, we didn't have this as one of our goals. We just wanted to go as far as we could, playing good team ball. And it's icing on the cake that we've been fortunate enough to go this far.
My teenage years, Ben Franklin was a jumping place. It was very crowded. It was one of the larger city schools in the city. And they went 7th through 12th. We were a class AAA school at the time. Basketball and football and track at the high school levels were the go-to sports to see. And then downtown you had the Zeniths, with Glenn Hagan. We had some talent come out of Rochester. So when those people were playing downtown, you wanted to go see them.
All right, it should be a great one. The Quakers of Franklin and the Little Irish of Aquinas. We'll have the starting lineups in just a few seconds.
Within our own building, it was really competitive. Franklin always had a pretty good sports program.
Coach, congratulations. Your team just played fantastic. Second one in 3 years, 3 years to the finals. I don't know what anybody can ask for anymore. What do you think the key to tonight's victory was for you? We just wanted to play as a team, regardless who scored.
Those high school games were so big they had to play them in what we call the War Memorial, or we call the Blue Cross Arena now. So it was a common thing to see high school basketball played downtown, not just for sectionals.
Back out to Marcus Davis.
It was everybody's dream. You were playing for your school. It wasn't violent. It was more athletic competition. The rivalry, like, okay, you bring your best, we bring our best, and we settle it on the court. Then after the game, we just shake hands. Y'all won this year, we'll get y'all next year.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is Franklin's new field of dreams. God bless his legacy. God bless.
With the dedication of the complex and the name of your dad, tremendous day, huh?
Oh, it's a beautiful day. It's been a long time coming as well. The feeling that I have is just unexplainable. The support and the people that came out today.
Franklin rocks the house. Say Franklin rocks the house. Say what? Franklin rocks the house. Say Franklin rocks the house. Say what? Franklin rocks the house. Say Franklin rocks the house. Say what? Franklin rocks the house. Say Franklin rocks the house. Nicely done, folks.
It's undoubtedly the Rochester school under a microscope right now. East High School has been around for more than 100 years in our city. The school has graduated everyone from musicians and respected academics to major league sports stars. But in recent years, it's been getting more attention for poor student performance than for the strength of its graduating class. That's why in 2014, the University of Rochester stepped in and agreed to partner with East at a time when it was on the state's list of priority schools in need of an immediate turnaround.
Just days before classes begin for the year, a man sent here to improve the Rochester City School District is getting a chilly welcome. The state decided to send in that so-called distinguished educator earlier this year. He was at the school board meeting last night where things got a little heated.
I think it's always good to have a fresh eyes and a different perspective, because sometimes when you're so embedded in the work, you might not be able to see some of the issues that are impacting the increase in student achievement.
Receivership is when a school is put on notice that they're not meeting academic standards. They're put on probation, basically, and given time period to bring those grades up or bring up the test scores or performance of the building. that is not done, some changes will be made, from leadership, teachers, school changing its model, and so forth. When the enrollment drops in those buildings, they're not going to keep those big buildings open. They're going to look to combine schools.
You see everything in a little bit different light because you've been around. Where we look at the kids' reading scores, math scores at a young age, they're falling behind at a very young age and not catching up. So, whether it's attendance, whether it's what they're doing outside of school or not doing outside of school, their peers in the burbs, in some of the burbs, are light years ahead. And that's the main reason, in my assessment, that we've struggled. It's not, hey, let's really teach these kids up even more. It's tough.
Our greatest resource are our teachers. Therefore, we must invest in them so that they feel more confident in the teaching of the students who sit before them.
As a teacher, you want to be able to come and present your lesson and be able to get through your lesson. When there's other obstacles in the classroom or in the building that prevent you from doing that, it makes it hard to teach. And it makes it hard to stay if it becomes persistent. Just like we're supposed to make the environment for our students in the classroom the right environment, the building also has to do their job by making it inviting and warm for the teachers to stay there as well.
I think some teachers are there for paycheck. I think some are there that because they want to be, they actually want to see kids do better, teach them, prepare them. I do think there are teachers like that, but I do think some are there for a paycheck. Even in the beginning, they might feel like they're there, like to teach and all that, but then eventually, I don't think they're into it like that. Depending on the kid, I mean, they come from different homes, different areas in general. They seen different things, and they just know different. Like, that kid can't go to that teacher and explain their life to them. They won't understand.
People that aren't in the field don't understand. They're like, oh, everyone wants to blame teachers. But again, that's not the whole story. You're looking at K all the way through, and even pre-K. So when you look at those numbers are shocking when you start looking at proficiency throughout the years of kids. So you have to change the whole system, not just piecemeal it.
The search for a missing teen with autism has led Rochester police to the Genesee River. More than 1,000 volunteers search for 14-year-old Trayvon Rowe today.
We know that we fully entrust our children to the schools and don't expect that this kind of tragic occurrence will happen. So for that, I am deeply sorry. As has been widely reported, we've been engaged in an extensive investigation concerning the circumstances surrounding the tragic death of Trayvon Rowe.
You need to resign. This is career ending and it should be. You should be ashamed of yourself. There should be no recovering from this. And this is a joke. You have Mr. Carlos Garcia here, who is a disgraced RPD officer who stole from the department, blew off Ms. Lukey's questions yesterday unprofessionally. I'm almost done, and I'm leaving. Don't worry about it. I came strictly to tell you what no one may have the cojones, excuse my language, to tell you. You need to resign. You have blood on your hands.
In our district, it's just, you're just shuffling stuff around. It's not, in my assessment, the teachers. I could take the 10 best teachers from Pittsburgh, put them in the Rochester City School District, and maybe 3 of them would last 2 months. That's it.
take the 10 best teachers in the Rochester City School District and put them in basically any county school, and they'd thrive for the whole year. You got to have a certain skill set, and it's definitely not for everyone. And I don't think we do a good job to prep young teachers on how not just to survive, how to thrive, and there's a difference as an educator in an urban setting. It's the toughest job out there. I love it. And, the kids know that I enjoy it.
There is a community of low expectation for a student that is rooted in a deep history of institutional, individual, and structural racism.
Well, Lee, I got to tell you, a lot of people were very heated at that meeting last night and questioned this guy's new Distinguished Educator title. We're told that people at that meeting even asked the board about whether or not he can even hold this title.
We find it literally impossible to believe that Dr. Aquino will discover or uncover something sufficient that we don't already know as a community.
Good evening, family. By now, I'm sure that many of you have seen the media coverage regarding the budget deficit our district is currently facing. While the 18-19 year-end audit has not been finalized at this time, I felt that it was important for me to address you today with our immediate next steps. I've assembled a team of finance and audit personnel to review the circumstances that brought us to this point.
When the school district overspends $30 million on the school budget, obviously this raises a lot of concerns for you as an employee.
Does it? Sure. I honestly don't follow the budget that closely. When stuff hits the news, okay, not in the gossip line with the unions and stuff like that, because it just gets too much. It's too overwhelming, to be honest. When something big happens, I'll hear about it.
Superintendent Terry Dade is back from Albany, where he spent the day lobbying for funds to close an estimated $35 million budget gap. Tonight, Dade told us 800 jobs could be on the line if that state funding doesn't come through.
30 million seems like a lot of money. I don't really see no big difference in those, nothing.
What are y'all doing with all this money that they are giving to y'all? These tax-paying dollars. Like, what are y'all doing with this money? 30 million? Like, where has it gone?
Do you believe leaders in the district have embezzled funds?
I think leaders have embezzled. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, you said 30 million over budget. Maybe, right?
I just don't know. And definitely with me just being in a position to working in the district, I don't want to, jump the gun and say anything that, they can use against me, but I literally don't know. But we do find ourselves every year in a deficit. And, you start to wonder, like, where is the money going?
Terry, the monthly cash flow report that just came out on board docs today showed that the district last year took in $900 million and spent $958 approximately. Can you explain how those cash flow numbers, actual figures relate to this?
I'm not familiar with the document you're referencing, but all I know is we're digging into just that, looking at actual budgeted items versus expenditures for the year.
Good evening, everyone. A potentially crippling blow tonight to the Rochester City School District in the midst of the coronavirus shutdown and a devastating financial crisis. The superintendent of schools wants to leave.
Terry Dade has not even been on the job for a year. Tonight, he calls the RCSD the most challenging district in the country.
We know that the average superintendent in the United States of America stays for about 3 years, give or take.
But it just makes you wonder how we can be constantly in an overspending or in a huge deficit like there was a couple years back, whatever the number was, $70-80 million, like everyone's freaking out. There's layoffs.
Dade says the inability to work together with the school board is driving him out the door.
We have not gotten to a point where we can gain consensus and sing from the same sheet of music about how we're going to get out of the mess that I inherited.
The decision for me is not an abrupt decision.
I let the board know last spring that I was not going to seek an extension.
School board members like Beatrice LeBron say they felt Williams was never a good fit.
Last month, where 2 departments gave themselves, there was some leftover money. Instead of putting that money back into the general fund, those departments decided to give that money and create an equity raise, which we don't even have a policy on equity raises, and redistribute that money amongst the staff.
How does that happen? I don't know how it happens, to be honest. I don't. That's school board, that's central office. That's why it's frustrating.
What's the message that you're sending out to students and parents?
We're a great school district with many opportunities for students.
We have some students that really are looking for opportunity, and they just want someone to believe in them.
Me being a city kid my whole life, me working in the district now, I know that in the suburbs, they are getting better opportunities to succeed and have success in life than our city kids.
I think social class plays a part in being successful.
Like how different would a kid be if they were able to go to like a private school, so to say, like Aquinas?
If you are born in a social class where you have the means to be exposed to tutors, private school, you're going to have a better opportunity to be successful in whatever you do. If you are born in an economic class where poverty, so to speak, parents have to work multiple jobs, those opportunities are going to be far and few between because the money that's coming into the house, 9 out of 10 times have to stay in the house to make sure the roof stays over your head, the lights stay on, clothes stay on your back, and food on the table.
Yeah, growing up in New York, you ran into all these guys, and actually Tay also went to school up in Rochester, and it was just, we were all just trying to, young and just, doing theater in school, whatever, talent shows, whatever. You could just tell back then that certain guys was destined for a certain type of life, Sometimes when we see each other, we still talk about it, how we came up and how crazy, The Rock is now. So, I wouldn't dare step foot up there again. And I think he feels the same way, It's just, it was just so damaging to people and, your life and your career. You go up there and be chilling and, some jealous fool would probably try to kill you, just because you're on TV.
I think a lot of our students know what the right path is and they choose it. They have to grow up fast. They have to decide, all right, I'm going to go this way or I'm going to go this way. And honestly, it's a daily choice. It's an hourly choice. And it's tough when so many distractions are out there.
I'll be honest, my first time trying weed was I was 12 with my friend down the street from my house. I remember that. But yeah, like kids, they doing that every day at 12 years old, 13, smoking.
That's that 7th grade, 8th grade timing. You're not on elementary school timing no more, so you don't sit in the same class all day and all that. You go out in the halls, you explore a little bit. So after school, you get a little bit of leeway because you don't have to get on the bus that take you straight home. This bus drop you off at a stop, maybe a couple streets over, and in those couple streets over is a corner store right there where your homeboy could get a blunt because his mama always know the Arab. He go in there buy her beer and cigarettes.
Today's society, people glorify the rap scene and the language and the clothes and all that other stuff.
Just by the things they say, because it's the imagery. Kids want to be like somebody to look up to. Look up to a lot of rappers. Like I looked up to a lot of rappers. Like before everything was censored when we was growing up. Like we was still watching TV with certain times they bleeping stuff. Like it's bleep bleep. Now ain't none of that. Like you could go on any app and you could literally see a naked woman. You could see somebody get shot to death, stabbed to death. Somebody crashed their car.
How many kids actually go to college, like graduate? Rochester City School District. Not many, but or I don't know what the percentage is, but I'm sure if you put them through a trade throughout high school and they graduate with it, they'll probably be a lot better off though.
I do believe families have an impact on the student's future. If they push a young person to strive to be the best at what they can be, and that means education is the key, and they can continue to pour that into that person, go as far as you can. Knowledge is power. The more you know, and they can't take that away from you.
It hurts to see, but that's where I step in at, and I am trying my best to reach our young men in the city to show them that, hey, let's work on certain things to get you prepared for the real world. How can I get us from under the rock? The question is crazy. Yeah, definitely. It's not going to take just one person, man. It's going to take a community. It's going to take, the people with the same mindset as you to, want to push and want to have our youth succeed, and you want them to be seen.
It doesn't matter if you're playing for me or not. If I think you have some talent, I have a connection, I will reach out to those connections and say, hey, listen, we got a young man down here, don't play for me, but you might want to put him on your radar.
Even having talent that don't get the looks they should.
I think they need to overhaul the whole system for, if you're talking about like student athletes, you need to overhaul in the city the whole system. You really want to get them prepped. Okay? You want to educate the parents. What are you doing to educate the parents? Okay? Do you have the best coaches? Are the salaries for the coaches comparable to the county schools? I know they're not.
Don't only help yours, because everybody's always saying it takes a village. In everything we do, it takes a village. So even in the coaching circles, helping our kids get out of Rochester and go see the world, because there's more out there than just Rochester.
I think we gotta have a program here that travels and put the kids in front of the people. Because I don't know how we could get them to come here to watch us. I think that's for anything, all sports, really.
I talked to the seniors all the last couple of years. I'm like, don't get to June and have no plan. Have a plan.
I truly believe that, coaching is a calling. I believe that, it's a reason why I'm in this space. And I can keep pouring into our younger generation.
You can bring yourself out of those social classes, or the lesser social class. You can bring yourself out of it with hard work, determination, education, dedication. You can bring yourself and be successful. You can bring yourself up out of that and be successful.
Families stick together in both good times and the difficult times. I am so absolutely confident that we will overcome these challenges and emerge as an even stronger RCSD family. Thank you for all that you do and all that you will continue to do for our amazing students and families. Have a great week.